We're now going to show you how to add a host family. So, we're going to go to the SCRYE website once again and click on SCRYE Database System. We're going to log in as Roger Ramjet, again, one of our committee volunteers. And choose Login. I did want to say that all of the SCRYE forms are on the SCRYE website. You don't have to go into the database to get a blank form. You can go straight to the SCRYE database to do that. However, if you want to fill out a form, you do have to do that through the database. Now, I want to show you here about our new host family. If you go to Reports, Certification Reports. You will see that George and Hilda Brassbottom, our new host family, that if you remember from the first video, we had our compliance officer run CBCs on them, and they came back good. And you will see that they were effective January 28th, and one of them was effective January 25. It's green, which means you're in good shape. And you'll see below it that there's a place you can click that says File, and you can actually see a copy of that CBC report. Not the entire CBC report, but just a confirmation that it was done and approved. Now, what you'll also notice is that our references are in red, which means that we don't have any references. So, first thing I'm going to show you is how to do that. Now, there are two main ways of being able to accomplish this task. One is that you can input your reference, the people that you're calling for the reference. You can input them as volunteers, RYE volunteers, and allow them to enter into the database and complete the HFV1 form and upload it so that you don't have to. Now, if you're not able to accomplish that, then a committee member is going to have to input that information after they have filled out the HFV1 form. So, I'm going to go on that basis. We're going to go to Data, Input, Certify, and Vet. Data, Input, Certify, and Vet. And we'll start with George. And you will see that here is the very first form. And you can click on the first step here to download the form. And there's my HFV1 form. And I can complete the form, or I can, because I've called the person and got all the information via telephone, or you can print that form or save it as a PDF and send it directly to the person that's going to be filling it out. We're going to skip ahead here and assume that we have received information on George from his references. So, very first one, we're going to say they were both done today, January 29th. And we're going to browse for that form. And we're going to click Submit. So, you'll see here the form. Again, I can click on that, and I can see a copy of the form where Roger Ramjet interviewed Rusty Nail as a reference for George. Now I'm going to go to my second one, and I've already received it as well. Input the date, input the form, click Submit, And there is Betsy Ross's HFV1 form. All right. So now we have that information on George. So if I go back here to reports, certification reports, you'll see now that under George, he's green in the CBC area. Okay? All right. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to input everybody in the family that is 18 years or older. They have to have information within the database. Our new host parents, it's just the two of them. There are no other 18-year-old or older people within the house. So we are going to go to Data, Groups, Host Family, and we're going to add a new host family. Just because you've entered the people in as individuals does not mean that they are entered in as a host family yet. So, what's the last name? Brass Bottom. And our primary address. I'm guessing because I don't remember. If they have a prior residence, we need information for at least 5 years. So if they've not lived in their primary address for 5 years, then they need a prior residence. Primary telephone. Primary email address. So it's just going to be one of the host parents' email addresses. And the associated club. Now, you can be associated with more than one club, but you have to be associated with the club that is going to host the student that they are going to be bringing into their home. And that is going to be the Fighter Town Club. And we are going to associate a primary local coordinator. And that would be Roger Ramjet. And just reminds us that you're changing the primary coordinator. And then any other contact or comment information you can put in here as well. And click Submit. Now you have created a host family. Now, at this point, what you really want to do is you want to have the host family log into the database and fill out the next part of the information themselves. This is going to create the big long HF1 form, and you don't want to do that by yourself. So you don't want to have to do that for everybody. It's going to be a host family, so you want to get them to do that themselves. So once your host family logs in, and just for time's sake, I'm not going to actually log out and log back in, but we're going to assume that I have now logged in as one of the brass bottoms, and you're going to go to Data, Input, Family Information. And we're going to choose the brass bottom family. Now, this is going to create that big, long HF1 form. So, been a host family for? Yes. In Texas last year. English. If any member of this family is another one, please name the person. It's important that you put something in each and every field, because the database is looking at the information that's being put in. If anything's skipped, particularly the ones with the asterisks, it's going to want you to go back and put that information in. All right. We live in a single-family home, or the brass bottoms live in a single-family home. It does not service a business. Has a living room. Has a dining room, a kitchen, laundry. It is, we'll call it 3 bath and 4 bedrooms. Gas, central heat and air. Yes, the student is going to have their own private bedroom. Student's bedroom description, we're going to say, is a private bedroom. It's a queen bed, it's got a window, chest of drawers, closet space, desk for studying, and a study lamp. And we're going to say they got their own bathroom, don't have to share with anybody. Home amenities, has a TV and the internet and a computer, laundry, refrigerator. Now, dogs, sure, 2 dogs, not a big cat lover, so we're going to say no cats. Oh, how many are indoor dogs? Excuse me, 0 indoor dogs. Number of cats, 0. 0 indoor cats. Number of birds, 0. And no other pets. Food and diet. No, we're not on any dietary restrictions. No, we don't expect the student to. Yes, we would be comfortable if we had we can cook a variety of different meals. Are we willing to provide 3 nutritious meals daily? Sure. Happy to. All right. Would you expect the student to eat lunch sold in the school cafeteria? And we're going to say yes. Are you comfortable paying? Yes. Could the student take a lunch from the home? Absolutely. Who would prepare it? And see, y'all are going to make fun of me if I say the host mom, so I'm going to say the host father's preparing the lunch. All right, computer description. It is suburban. And www.yourtown.com. We'll say it's got 100,000 people. Nearest airport we'll say is Midland Airfield. Distance to the airport is 39 miles. Nearest major city, I'm going to put Midland because I think we're a major city. So, points of interest. We'll say that George has his own museum. Areas should be avoided. We'll say none. We'll say that the community is very friendly. And I understand you want more detail on a real one, but I'm not going to spend an hour going through this form with y'all. Y'all don't want me to do that. Okay. Host school. Going to go to Barack Obama High School. Has a member of the host family had contact with a coach? No. Would the host family provide transportation? Yes. Be happy to. Names of host sibling? None. None. Any member of the host family work in a school? No. Approximate distance between school and home, we'll say 5 miles. And we'll say that host mom or dad are going to deliver to the school. Family activities. We'll say love to play golf. Other heaven, how about camping? Oops, got to spell it right. Willing to volunteer and form the exchange of vision in advance of any religious Absolutely. Would we have difficulty? No. We have been a part of the program for years. All right. Responsive behaviors, please describe. Be done on time. Chores around the house. The curfew. Computer, we have a all right, family resources, we'll say that they're between 45 and 55,000. No public assistance. We'll say they got to pay for their own clothes and shoes and personal care products. And we click submit. All right, so the Brass Bottom family has now entered their information. So now we can go to Data, Input, Family Forms, Data, Input, Family Forms. Choose the Brass Bottom family. And there's Jeffrey Johnson. And we want to complete the HF1 form. And since we've input all that wonderful information, they have designed it to be put straight into the HF1 form. So there you go. If it misses something, just input it. Okay. There's all the information coming from what the host family just filled out. Okay, so you can print that and upload it, or you can upload it directly. So, in order to do that, we're going to browse for the form, choose it, and we're going to upload that form. We're going to certify that it is actually a copy of the HF1 form for the Brass Bottom family. And voila, there's our HF1 form into the computer. Now the next thing I want to show you is you can go to Data, Input, Family Photos. So this is, again, hopefully your host family themselves will input this information, but if not, and it's going to be the counselor or local coordinator or a committee member, Data, Input, Family Photos. You need to put the photos onto your computer, and then you'll be able to input the photos directly into the system just by browsing and hitting submit. There is also a place for extra photos. You do have to have a separate photo for each of these items: home exterior, kitchen, student's bedroom, student's bathroom, family and living areas. You cannot put just one photo that has all of them in there, because we want to know that this requirement has been met, that each photo is, of course, what the description states that it is. So we have now shown you how to input a host family. We'll do another video on how to vet that host family at a later time. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. Thank you.